All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. Yes, yes, yes. Are you ready? Yes, happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to this week's live show. You are here for a good one. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this is Michael Myers Monday Live, our weekly gathering and conversation with fans of Michael Myers and the Halloween movie franchise, where we go over the week's news and just geek out over all things Michael Myers. So welcome if you're new, and all my returning friends that I already see lighting up the live chat tonight. What's up, guys? Happy Michael Myers Monday. You're here. That means we made it through another week, made it through another Monday, and that in itself is a reason to celebrate. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late getting on tonight. Just a few minor technical things that I had to work out real quick. But thank you for your patience. I'm glad you're here tonight. We got a fun show, I think, tonight. Got a brief little Halloween Ends update we're going to go over in a few minutes. I've got some exciting Halloween 3 news we're going to dive into. And we got some merch news as well we're going to be talking about in just a few minutes. And then at the end of the show, like always, we'll do some Triple M shout-outs and all that good stuff. But as always, the main thing that this is about, these live chats, these live streams, is the conversation. And I'm going to stop right now and just dive into the live chat and say hello to some friends. I see a lot of familiar names and faces popping in. Right off the bat, I see our buddy JL, one of our channel members, and I'll just use this opportunity to say what's up to all of our channel members and just remind you that that is enabled now. You can just hit the join button. It's just $5 a month, and you can use awesome emojis like JL is dropping in the live chat room right now. Stuff like Michael Myers and the opening credits pumpkin and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Instead of fire, you can do like Sam's fire jack-o'-lantern from Trick or Treat, stuff like that. You get different badges, and you get to see some videos early. Anyway, it's there if you want to join the Halloween Daily Club. That's what we're calling our channel memberships. And we'll be adding some other cool perks as things get going. We're just getting started on there. So what's up, JO, and to our other members? I appreciate you being here tonight. And Ryan Korn stepping up with the super chat. I love it. Welcome, Ryan Korn. Great to see you here, my brother. It's a good one tonight. Time to rock on. Glad you're here, man. And thank you so much for the $10 super chat. That means everything. Just you guys being here means everything. And obviously, you know, super chats and memberships and all that stuff, it really does mean a lot. And it helps us keep the lights on. You know, you guys know gas ain't cheap these days. So, I'm going to dive in just a minute, but I do want to drop into the live chat for just a minute. Like I said, Ryan Korn is in the house. I love it. This is great. I see AC Fall Guy is here. Like I said, our buddy JL. David Suber, of course, in the house. Jamie McClendon is here. HN's Updates. What's up, Belle? Great to see you here. Phil, my man Phil, as always. I know he's not going to miss it. Let's see. Court Baba, thank you for being here. Nope, you didn't miss anything. I was just running a few minutes late. Jim, what's up? Hopper, the video guy. I'm just going to call you Hopper, I think. That'll be a little bit easier for now. But yeah, it looks like we got a good gathering filtering in here. Larry is here as well, I see. Lots of familiar names dropping in to the live chat already tonight. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Because that's what it's all about. Ryan says, missed you guys. We missed you too, brother. Glad you're here, man. Awesome, awesome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Jamie says, got a gal blushing over here. Oh, no. Welcome. Thank you. You got me blushing. Thank you. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Tim has checked in as well. Let's see. Avengers is here. Awesome. Hunter is in here. Happy Triple M. Happy Michael Myers Monday to you too. Excellent. Bry guy, yeah, you might need some cream or something for that, it sounds like, man. All right, guys. we're going to do something a little bit different to kick things off here. We're going to do things a little bit different to open the show. You know, well, normally I like to open with some kind of show and tell. Sometimes it's something that we've got in stock in our store, something new. Sometimes it's something new from my own collection. So tonight it falls in that category. It's something personal from my own collection, and some of you guys are probably receiving this in the mail too. So let me reach down here, and what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a little unboxing. Okay, this arrived in the mail today from Fright Rags, and it was ordered, gosh, over a year ago, the spring of last year, I believe April 2021, I believe, when we pre-ordered the Fright Rags 3 3/4 inch retro styled Halloween 1978 action figures. And they released 3 of them. Well, they announced 3 of them. They've just now been released. Lots of delays, shipping delays, etc., etc. You can imagine. Long story short, we got the notification right before Friday the 13th that they were going to begin shipping on Friday the 13th. And we got the notification late last week that ours was in the mail, and it didn't come Friday, didn't come Saturday. I was kind of hoping it was going to arrive today, so I could share it with you guys. And when it did arrive, I said, well, it's meant to be. We're definitely doing this tonight. And I was going to record a unboxing video and premiere it tonight, but then I figured, well, why don't we just do the unboxing live? So that's what we're going to do right now. It's 3 different figures. It's a Michael Myers, a Laurie Strode, and a Linda, all based, officially licensed from John Carpenter's original 1978 Halloween. I did order 2 of each with the intention that I will eventually take 1 of each out of the plastic and for photos and display and all that. I'm not going to open them out of the plastic tonight, but I will do that, and you'll be able to see that. You can watch that here when it's posted in a couple days in a full showcase video of these. But for now, we're going to get into this unboxing right here from Fright Rags. You guys, regular viewers, know that one of my weaknesses, passions, whatever you want to call it, I love collectibles, Myers collectibles specifically, but I love the figures, and a lot of that ties in to the nostalgia factor from when I was a kid, growing up, late 70s and the 80s. I played with Star Wars figures and G.I. Joe, Transformers, stuff like that. I have very fond memories of that. And so now, you know, you've got brands like Super 7 and now Fright Rags and a few other brands making these really cool retro-themed figures that are really meant to mimic that feeling and that vibe of those original 3 3/4 inch figures that were released mostly in the late 70s and early 80s. So again, Fright Rags announced these over a year ago, and they took pre-orders for 1 week only. And so after numerous delays for various reasons, we're going to check these figures out. So the box is open, guys. The box is open. All right, here we go. Very nice packaging, of course. I would expect no less from the great Fright Rags. All right, here we go. Maybe I can tilt this down just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. I guess I didn't frame this part of it up quite as well as I should have. Okay, I can see that this is going to be the 2 Michaels. So let's check those out first. Oh yeah, I can already see the back of the packaging is very retro. Oh yeah. Here we go, guys. Check this guy out. Right off the bat, I love that packaging. I love that image they chose. I love the color scheme. Here on the back, you can see the instructions. Very much like the actual vintage figures that these are meant to pay homage to. Taking a look right here, I mean, it comes with the Judith Myers tombstone. Again, it's been so long since I ordered these, I forgot what accessories they came with, and what the packaging was advertised to be. So this is really beautiful. Looking at this almost for the first time in my hand. This is great. Yeah, they've got John Carpenter's Halloween, The Night He Came Home, in the classic font across the top, and you can see where the O is in Halloween. It is the opening credits jack-o'-lantern. Again, a really great image of Nick Castle right there is the original shape in the 78 film. It's heavier than I thought it would be too, which I like. This is beautiful. And on the back, yeah, it comes with instructions of how you can use the accessories. The butcher knife. It comes with a butcher knife and the Judith Myers tombstone. It's also got advertising on the back for the other two figures, and another image of Nick Castle as Michael Myers right up here, and a little bio of the Boogeyman. And then I really like down here, they've got this this mailer, and this is a faux mailer, I'm sure. Although Fright Rags, if you're listening, if you could really pull this off, but yeah, it's mail-in for these Halloween comic books. Love it, because all the figures back in the day would actually have all this stuff. So this is the Michael Myers figure number 1 right here. All right. Got 2 of them. Let's see, Johnny Trouble is checked in. What's up, man? Phil loves it. Awesome. Avenger says that's badass. Yeah, I love these figures. Again, I love the retro feel of these figures. They're not meant to be, and you'll be able to see in the unpackaged video that I'll do later this week. I'll get some really good close-up quality video of the actual figures themselves. But again, the point of these figures is not to be 100% screen accurate in the sculpts and so forth. That's more the realm of the NECA figures and stuff like that, the Mezcos, the sideshows. These are meant to capture that childhood feeling of like, what if we were kids in Toys R Us, and right next to the Star Wars figures you could find these horror icons, which now we can in Target, which is crazy. All right, let's look at the second figure, shall we? Here we go, and it looks like, yeah, fittingly enough, it looks like this one is Laurie Strode. All right, here we go. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, these figures are actually more detailed than I expected, honestly. Again, I was comparing them just as a reference to stuff like the Super 7 Reaction line, which I love. We've got the Halloween 2 Michael and Laurie, and they're cool, but just glancing at these, and again, you'll be able to see better in the HD video, but these are so much more detailed. They really are surprisingly detailed and heavier than I thought too. I really love this packaging. Again, they picked a perfect image of Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode right there. And as you can see, Laurie's accessories, I love it. She comes with the jack-o'-lantern and the coat hanger. How perfect is that? And of course, it's the opening credits. Jack-o'-lantern, naturally. This is awesome. This is so cool. Yeah, I mean, the way they've got the illustrations back here, and again, the comic book ordering. I mean, are you guys gonna try to? I'm getting choked up here. Are you guys gonna try to order the comic books from Fright Rags? I mean, is this like a Easter egg? Can we really order them Fright Rags? Because I think that's a great idea. But yeah, this packaging is great. And again, this is why I got two, because I always say that I am a proponent of, usually I will open my figures. As much of a collector as I am, I don't really plan on reselling my stuff. And being a photographer and now a videographer, and I just feel like I can photograph them in the package. I can save the packaging. I usually save all my boxes and the plastic and even the little wraps and stuff like that. I usually do save all that stuff just in case I want to, for some reason, put them back in there. But inevitably, most of my figures and most of my collectibles in general, I will open and take them out of the plastic so that I can display them. They get much dustier, much quicker and all that. It's a hassle, but I just love them that way. And again, it goes back to being a kid and wanting to play. But with these, I knew, this packaging is so much part of what they are that I'd want to enjoy that. So that's why, again, each of these, when I did pre-order them, and I'm glad I did when I did, but I got two of each. So one will be allowed to come out and play, while the other will remain preserved forever. All right, let's pause here and recognize ProtectSafes.com with the big $20 super chat. Oh my God, this is awesome. Happy Michael Myers Monday, Protect Safes. Thank you so much, everybody. Pause this unboxing, if you will, and let's raise a toast to ProtectSafes.com. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Corin's got to go. Got to work in a couple of hours. Okay, man. Well, dude, thank you for dropping in so much. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support as always. Get some rest and watch the rest of the show tomorrow on the replay, man. Thanks for dropping in. Larry is here. Awesome. It says it's a 6 shirt. Thank you. Thank you. I love that one. Yep. Jaws reference. Totally. All right. All right. Let's continue the unboxing. Thank you again, Protect Safes. Gosh, I'm loving these figures. These are great. All right. Last but definitely not least, this will be the Linda Vanderklok figure. Of course, Linda is the character played by the great P.J. Souls, our friend P.J. Souls, in John Carpenter's original 1978 Halloween. One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite Halloween franchise alums. PJ is just amazing. And this is, to my knowledge, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. This is the first ever officially licensed Linda figure. So here we go. Look at that. Sweet. Again, I mean, the color schemes, I love how they very correctly matched the photos, the colors, the paint in the photos, specifically with the paint and the color scheme of the figures. It just makes for a beautiful display if you're just going to display them like this. just real eye-catching. A lot going on, but yet the packaging doesn't seem too busy by any means. And again, you can get a much better, closer look at this packaging as well when I shoot our actual showcase video later this week. This is awesome. And Linda's accessories, she comes with her handbag. So cool. Again, the comic book ad there. And you can see the back. Ah, these figures are badass. Great job, Fright Rags. Again, I am going to shoot the unpackaged video and proper showcase video of each of these figures, and you can watch that right here. You can watch that right here later this week. Yeah. So some of you guys I know are collectors as well and have ordered these, and a lot of people were already receiving them last week. I was getting antsy. I had to double check my emails and all. I was getting antsy. I was like, oh man, where's ours? Where's ours? And I had actually missed one of the emails. And but anyway, it's here now. It's all good, and they look beautiful. I am very happy with these. In fact, I am more honestly, yeah. I mean, everything that I knew I would love about them, I love, but I am surprisingly more impressed with the actual figure sculpts than I thought I would be. These are very quality jobs. Again, they're not meant to be like the NECA stuff where it's super articulated and super detailed, but these for this kind of retro 3 3/4 inch action figure, not bad at all. But you tell me what you guys think. All right. Put that over there for now. All right, let's see what you guys think real quick before we jump into some news. Johnny says it'd be so cool if they did H3, HNs, with them finding the Silver Shamrock in his mask. Yeah, I think the mask is a Silver Shamrock. I just always assume Myers' mask was Silver Shamrock. I said that last week, I think. David Super says definitely a great addition to the collection. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with these, in my opinion. I mean, whether you're a action figure nut like I am, or just a Myers collector, it fits both bills. And again, that's kind of my sweet spot for this stuff. I mean, I love all Myers collectibles, but the figures, and even the pop figures, we're going to talk about that later on. The new pop figure. I mean, I try to get all that stuff, and especially when it's affordable stuff like this, and it really taps into that nostalgic part of my childhood, because I love the toy aisle. I would live for Toys R Us and getting those action figures and stuff like that. And so the idea that these icons of horror that were around then when I was a kid, but you would never see in this form, that you can now see that in this form. It's just great that companies like Fright Rags are doing this now. All right, let's go over here, talk about a bit of news, shall we? JL says looks super cool. Yes, super duper cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, again, I mean, I will geek out on them even more when I when I can really soak it in. But as I'm looking at them here, just live with you now, yeah, I mean, heavier duty packaging than I expected. The colors, super vibrant. The accessories are perfect. And again, I mean, I'm just impressed that these figures are a little more detailed and sculpted than I thought. I mean, the artwork is amazing. The artwork is really great on each of them. They picked the right images to have an artist do. Again, the color scheme perfectly matching, like you can see there. I mean, it just really matches perfectly. Great job. All right. All right, we do have just a little bit of Halloween Ends news to talk about, as Jason Blum has seen the movie, and this lines up with what he said just a few weeks ago. We talked about it on here on a previous Michael Myers Monday Live show a few weeks ago when Jason Blum and Jamie Lee Curtis were on stage, and he had mentioned at that time that he was going to be seeing a first cut of Halloween Ends 2 weeks from that time. That was approximately 2 weeks ago, and now he's seeing that first cut. So let's jump over here. Jumping over here to Twitter, here you can see Jason Blum just a few days ago on May 19th tweeted, "Guess what? I actually saw Halloween Ends last night." Again, that lines up with the schedule that he had kind of laid out a few weeks ago when he was going to be seeing it. And lots of questions and comments after that, begging for more details, nothing else to there. But the encouraging thing here is that a first cut of the movie has been completed. It has been screened for Jason Blum internally, and that means that now they're going to be moving very quickly to a test screening. So that the next question now becomes, when is a test screening taking place? We got just a tiny bit of lead on that over here. Well, first you can see over here on Twitter, somebody asked the account Viewer Anon about that Jason Blum tweet. Now, Viewer Anon is a Twitter account that really specializes in reporting on test screenings, and they answered when it was asked if this tweet that Jason sent out was referring to a test screening. And Viewer Anon gave an interesting response to that. They say that Ends had an internal screening on Tuesday night, which would have been May 17th, I believe. And which means that Blum either saw it after everyone else or got his dates mixed up. And then, interestingly, here at the end, it hasn't tested publicly yet. Viewer Anon again clarified in a follow-up tweet following that, well, let me just pull that up for you. So then Viewer Anon followed up in the next tweet saying, quote, "While we're on the subject, Halloween Ends has not had a public test screening yet." And then they add some interesting comments about the script, saying that it is very different from Kills, basically the opposite end of the spectrum as far as the scale and carnage of HK. And that's not too surprising considering what we've heard about this movie being a quieter, more intimate type film as opposed to the bloodbath massacre that was HK. And again, this is from a script that the person that runs the Viewer Anon account apparently claims to have read. And as they say, they don't know what made it screen. Um, and that's all anybody's ever got when you're talking about somebody who read a script and hasn't seen the movie, is they read a script. If you've watched any of my interviews with the cast of Halloween Gills, then you'll know that David Gordon Green, his scripts are very fluid, and what's written on the script and what's prepared very often will change on the day on set. So again, what scripts may have been read by whoever out there in the world, you know, it might be in the film, it might not. But those comments about the script that this person read, that doesn't surprise me in the least. That's kind of what I think we're expecting at this point a little bit. Very interesting though that Jason Blum watched a film, watched the film, watched HK at this internal screening, or very likely maybe just watched it privately after that internal screening. But in any case, he's seen it. That first cut is out there. There's been definitely an internal screening. The studio heads have now seen it. So the next step is absolutely going to be that public test screening. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. And then there's going to be reactions that will come out of that. There may be some things that are changed as a result of that screening, which happened as a result of the Halloween 2018 test screenings. There may be things that people love and they don't change. Very little, pretty much nothing was touched after the HK test screening because it tested so positive. 2018, they did reshoot some things, if you'll remember. So we'll be keeping an eye and ear out for that. I would expect that could happen as early as this week. It's definitely going to be happening very soon, and that definitely lines up with our previous speculation and educated guess hypothesis that we're probably going to be getting that trailer dropping in the next couple weeks, mid to late June, probably around June 23rd, when The Black Phone is opening in theaters. Another Blumhouse Universal horror picture. Makes all the sense in the world. So you guys can chime in the live chat. Let's see. Andromeda has checked in. Hope links don't get out after the public screening. Well, yeah, I definitely am hoping leaks don't get out, but I mean, you're going to have to police yourself. We're all going to have to police yourself a little bit, and because there will be reactions that will come out after those test screenings, and there will inevitably be some spoilers, even though people signed the NDAs. Some people just like to break the rules and are going to do that. But I'm really hoping that they're not going to. I'm hoping that nobody ruins the rollout of the trailer as it's intended to be this time. Like no theater employee just leaks that thing like happened last year with the HK trailer. Fingers crossed that it's a little smoother this time. Avengers asked, where do I get the figures from? They're awesome. Yeah, those figures all came from Fright Rags. Patrick Ring, another fellow collector. Thanks for being here, man. He says Fright Rags really knocked it out the park on the packaging. I agree. I mean, the packaging alone is just pretty stunning. Yeah, they definitely knocked it out the park. David Super says NECA is knocking it out of the park with the Universal Monsters line. Yeah, it's great that they finally got those Universal Monsters. Kicking ass with those. Jamie says, I want these, trying to grow my little collection. Hell yeah. Yeah, they are awesome. Pika has stepped into the live chat. What's up, Pika? JL says, how are you, Matt? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking, man. I appreciate it. So, not a lot of Halloween Ends news this week. I do have a few other news items I'm going to get to here in just a second, but chime in on that comment with Jason Blum. Again, to me, what this means is that everything is proceeding exactly as scheduled. The first cut is done, which means the final cut is not far away at all. It means a test screening is going to be happening pretty much imminently. And it means that the marketing is going to ramp up as soon as they lock in that final cut, I believe, and possibly even before, as far as some early imagery and stuff like that. All that lines up with that mid to late June 23rd ish trailer probability, at least from where I'm sitting. And but you guys can let me know what you think. Tristan has checked in. What's going on, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for being here. All right. We got another really cool news item to talk about. Well, before we do that, let's drop over here real quick. All right. Patrick says, hopefully Fright Rags extends the figure line to Loomis, Annie, Bob, Brackett, Judith, and young Michael. Yes. Totally agree. Yeah, I too am hoping, fingers crossed, that that's what they have planned. I'll be looking for an announcement about that. I would not be surprised. It makes sense that they would at least probably do the Loomis, Annie, Bob, but I love a Brackett, Judith, Michael as like a third wave special edition there with those three. I think that would be perfect. So yeah, fingers crossed on that as well. And Fright Rags, if you're listening, yes, great job. Keep it up and bring on some more characters. Yes. Tristan is asking, how do you think Dr. Mathis will be involved with Michael? Okay, well, we've talked about that a little bit in previous weeks. We talked about Dr. Mathis and this character that was mentioned in the beginning of Halloween Kills, and there's actually a little bit more about him in the Halloween Kills official novelization, and we talked about that a few weeks ago. He's also mentioned, well, Stevie Mathis is mentioned in passing in the early moments of the 1981 sequel, Halloween 2, as well. Just kind of a cool Easter egg there. As far as how he'll tie in to this film, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a real strong theory or suspicion or speculation one way or the other about that. I mean, it in the book it's Marcus's boss, and but they don't specify, where they work. If it's at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, it doesn't seem like that's where Marcus worked in the film. So I don't know if it'd be at some other kind of facility, uh, some office setting. I know there's all kinds of wild speculation out there that maybe he works at Smith's Grove or worked with Sartain or any of that, and it's certainly possible. I mean, it is possible. Um, Again, though, I don't know that it'll even be that crazy. You know what I mean? It might just be a little more simply explained. Um, and again, I'll just remind you guys when we're talking about this, and like I said, I mean, speculation is fine, and that's part of what we do here. We geek out. You know, what do we think is going to happen, and that's um. But I do like to keep it in check a little bit, just because you know, it's going to be here before we know it, and I will just remind everybody that when Christopher Nelson was here in our live chat room just a few weeks ago, one of his comments that he said was, whatever you think you know about ends, you don't. And I think he was talking to all of us collectively at that. And so I would just keep that in mind too. Um, that being said, there are some wildly creative theories out there that could make some interesting fan films or fan fiction in their own right. I think in some cases, but I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other about who this Dr. Mathis character is going to be at this point. I'm definitely curious though. You know, I mean, I'm thought about that in recent weeks. I mean, we still know so little about this film at this point. So little compared to HK, where even at this point we had a lot more information. Of course, with HK, we did have the added advantage, disadvantage, pros and cons of an entire extra year of waiting. And again, though, that year, though, it was pretty much 12 months of silence. It was like nothing really happened. So it wasn't like it was a year of extra hype, which I kind of thought it might have been. But films, and again, that's part of the reason why I don't think marketing has even kicked off yet, because films have not still really bounced back into like their full kind of pre-pandemic marketing plans the way they would traditionally launch films. They pretty much are back, but I mean, even Firestarter just the other week, it opened in theaters, but still also on Peacock streaming at the same time. Most of them aren't doing that right now. They're all back in theaters, but I'm just saying things are still kind of not 100% back, and I think marketing, not advertising so far in advance as some projects would, even big projects. I say that as there's like a 2023 Mission Impossible trailer that just dropped today, but again, things are getting a little bit more back to pre-pandemic levels now. Tristan says maybe they work at Glass Hill. Yes, that would that could be possible. Absolutely. Glass Hill that's mentioned in the beginning of Halloween 2018, where they're going to transfer Michael where he's going, and it's supposedly worse than Smith's Grove. So I mean, yeah, it's certainly possible. Maybe we get to experience a little bit of that. And just looking at how David Gordon Green from 2018 to Kills, he likes to plant these seeds, like with the cemetery caretaker character who returns as Sandra with her husband Phil, and they have a much larger part in HK. By the way, check out my interview with Diva Tyler, who plays Sandra in HK in 2018 elsewhere on this channel. It's a great interview. He did the same thing with our friends Carmela and Michael, who Carmela McNeil and Michael Smallwood, of course, who play the characters we're talking about, Marcus and Vanessa, who had that conversation about Dr. Mathis. Again, check out my interviews from last year with Michael and Carmelo elsewhere on this channel, if you haven't already. Or if you haven't in about 6 months, hell, check it out again, because they're awesome, and it'll just remind you how awesome they are. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with that, but let's move on to the next news item, shall we? Excuse me. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about Halloween 3 for a minute. You guys know I'm a massive Halloween 3 fan. Right over here is a Halloween 3 poster. I know it's a little dark in the background, but that's your 3 silver shamrock masks right there. And right up here, I know it's a little out of frame tonight as I'm looking for it, but that is that's because we panned down. That's right. We can go back up there. That is Halloween 3 and Conal Cochran up there. Anyway, the point is, you guys know I'm a big Halloween 3 Silver Shamrock Season of the Witch fan. So, of course, I was excited to see Tommy Lee Wallace as a guest on the most recent episode of my favorite video YouTube podcast, The Thing with Two Heads, with our friends Sean Clark and the great Christopher Nelson, who every now and then will pop in to our live chat. Sean will too every now and then. They might be watching now. You never know. So best behavior, everybody. But sorry. Did you see the most recent episode of The Thing with Two Heads? Tommy Lee Wallace was the guest, and it's a great episode. It's an epic, 3-hour episode. Kind of fitting because they did talk quite a bit about Halloween 3, and this is, of course, the 40th anniversary year of this 1982 sequel. And it's a fun interview, as you would expect. I mean, you guys know I always enjoy watching Sean and Christopher just shooting the shit anyway. But it's an interesting interview. They talk about Tommy's career, not just H3. They talk about a lot of his other films. And it's very enlightening. Very enlightening. I would remind you that we also interviewed Tommy Lee Wallace. And I'll use this opportunity to plug that. I did put the link to my 2015 interview with Tommy Lee Wallace down in the description of this video. So when we're done with this, be sure to check that out. We talked quite a bit about Halloween 3 and Halloween 78 as well in that interview. And Sean and Christopher, they cover some of the same stuff, but it actually a lot of different stuff that I didn't cover in my interview, and vice versa. I think I covered some areas that they didn't quite get to because they were talking about so many other things as well. But as it pertains to Halloween 3, very exciting news as Tommy Lee Wallace announced that he is currently in the process of writing a book about the making of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, arguably the most controversial Halloween movie in the entire franchise. And this is very exciting news for me and for all Silver Shamrock fans out there. So, this was the first of 3 or 4 really big takeaways from this interview. I mean, it's a great interview. And I linked my original interview with Tommy Lee Wallace from 2015 down in the description. I also linked this new interview down in the description of this video as well. So when you get a chance, when you're done here, check that out. You'll enjoy it. But I took some notes, like I like to do, and a few of the biggest kind of headline takeaways from the interview. And the first is this announcement about this book. So here's the top half of the cover that they show in the interview. And you can see the title of the book is Halloween 3, Where the Hell is Michael Myers? The definitive history of horror's most misunderstood film. Now that is a mouthful, but that is the perfect title for this book, if ever there was one. I mean, am I right or what? I mean, this is like the perfect title. And how about that artwork too? Pretty beautiful stuff. So, this book celebrates this year's 40th anniversary of Season of the Witch. And Tommy says that he is, as of the recording of that interview, he is about 100 pages into the writing of it, and he is anticipating that it will be complete and released in time for this fall's actual 40th anniversary of the release of the film, which is this October 2022. So, very exciting news for Halloween 3 fans like myself. This will be a must own. And if you think that after watching Sean and Christopher's interview with Tommy and reading my interview with Tommy, that you've heard and read it and seen it all, he definitely lets be known in this interview that there are plenty of things that he is holding back and saving for the book, including some never before seen storyboards that he did for the film. Some stuff that didn't even make the final film. Other big kind of headline takeaways from this interview with the thing with two heads, as it pertains to Halloween 3, Tommy Lee Wallace helps debunk what is a popular belief, but is not factual information about Halloween 3. A lot of fans believe that it is, in fact, Jamie Lee Curtis's voice that is the voice of Silver Shamrock on the loudspeakers throughout Santa Mira in the film. It does sound a lot like her, but Jamie Lee Curtis has said that it is not her. Tommy Lee Wallace has said that he doesn't remember. He said that in 2015 when we were at a Q&A and he was asked that question. He said it again just this week on the thing with two heads. So he doesn't remember. So we're all going to defer to Jamie Lee Curtis's memory. She would remember if she recorded it, and she says she definitely did not. So that is not Jamie Lee Curtis's voice in Halloween 3 as the voice of the Silver Shamrock announcements throughout Santa Mira. Although it does sound a lot like her and would have been a really cool Easter egg cameo if so, but it's not. Tommy also confirms that he wrote the Silver Shamrock jingle. It is, of course, to the tune of London Bridge. And something that I've always wondered myself, and one of the few things, as much as I love Halloween 3, one of the few places I think they really miss the mark is one scene when they're doing the montage of all the trick-or-treaters, and you see all the different cities and towns around the U.S. of all the trick-or-treaters. They should have put Haddonfield, Illinois in that montage. And Tommy was asked in this interview if he ever thought of including Haddonfield in that H3 montage. And he says that he admits that yes, it would have been a great idea, but no, he never thought of it. Yeah, I think that's personally what I feel is the biggest missed opportunity of that film, is just if you could have just had Haddonfield right there, that would have been all the link you need. That and the way they linked the 78 film on TV. And in that interview, Tommy Lee Wallace also further debunks a theory, I guess, or a fan thought that Deborah Hill might have portrayed the shape in a scene when young Tommy is looking out the window. Young Tommy Doyle is looking out the window and he sees the shape across the street. And at one point he's standing there. At one point he's carrying Annie. And I don't know. I guess there was some fan debate. I've never really heard this. I've always only heard really that Deborah Hill, it's her hands in the beginning of the film as young Michael, which we all know that to be true. So Deborah Hill did play Michael Myers, young Michael's hands. But I don't remember ever really hearing the idea that it might have been her and not Nick Castle in some of these standing across the street scenes, but I guess that was a thing. They were asked about that. Sean says that he has pictures that can't be made public that prove that it was never her and was definitely Nick, and Tommy also in this interview seems to further corroborate that yeah, that was all Nick. Again, to me, that was not a question or a debate, but apparently in some sectors of Haddonfield, that is a question. But again, you can find a link to this new interview with Tommy with Thing with Two Heads, as well as my original 2015 interview with Tommy Lee Wallace. You can find links to both of those in the description of this video. And this got me thinking a little bit about that 2015 interview, which so I'm going to talk about it for just a second. Let me have a drink first. Larry says H3 was the year he was born. Awesome. Summit says, sup, Matt? Been a while. Excited for the Black Phone. HN's trailer will absolutely be released no later than 6/24. I agree on all that, and yes, excited. Jay Sangiacomo says, I thought it was an amazing episode. Really want to do a piece of art for them that has them actually being part of John Carpenter's The Thing with their two... Oh, I hear what you're saying. That would be badass. They would love it. Yeah, that would be badass. Young Major's asking if I saw the new Exorcist trailer for 2023. No. Was it released just now, tonight, since I've been live? No, I didn't. I've not seen that. So this this reminded me of that 2015 interview with Tommy Lee Wallace, which is a great, fun interview. Again, I encourage you to check it out when you get a chance. We do talk quite a bit about Halloween 3 and its reappraisal in the last decade or so. And, of course, we talk about Halloween 78 and stuff like that. That interview actually took place at Flashback Weekend in Chicago in 2015. Many of you attend that convention regularly or have attended it. That was our only time there. Shout out to Mike and Mia. They had us as special guests at that event. It was a Halloween reunion event in itself. They had a ton of franchise alums there. Nick Castle was there. The great Dean Cundy, cinematographer for all of your favorite movies, was there. Daniel Harris, Christina Klebs, Scout Compton, Dick Warlock was there. Gosh, Eric Preston, George Wilbur, Don Shanks, Tamara Glenn. Who else was there? God, there were so many. Was PJ there that year? PJ may not have been. Nancy was there. God, it was just an unbelievable gathering. And prior to 2018, when we attended the 40 Years of Terror Halloween reunion gathering, which was even more massive, it was just the best type of Halloween specific, franchise specific convention gathering event, whatever, that we had been to. They screened Halloween 78 the Saturday night of the convention outside on a giant theater, so we watched it with Nick and those guys, Will Sandon, all of them sitting there, Nancy Loomis. I mean, they're all right there, sitting right next to you as you're watching the movie. It was unbelievable experience. We were only there for 2 days. It was a 3-day convention. We weren't even there on the Friday. We got on a plane that Friday night. I mean, honestly, I was shooting a wedding here on the Outer Banks that Friday night. We're getting on a plane in the middle of the night. We're there on Saturday morning. We're doing flashback Saturday, Sunday. We're home Michael Myers Monday. So while we're there, we did a lot of interviews. We were lucky enough to interview a lot of awesome people while we're there. And you can find all those interviews at HalloweenDailyNews.com anytime. Lots of awesome stuff in there. We also got some amazing photos. And I'm going to share one of these photos right now that is just kind of one of those once in a lifetime photos. And it was published before in 2015 in our gallery from Flashback Weekend. And I've shared it on social media a few times over the years, but it occurred to me that I've never shared it here during a Michael Myers Monday live broadcast. And there's really not any other group of humans that will appreciate this photo quite as much as you guys will. So, I'm going to share this again with you guys. This is a photo from Flashback Weekend. Now, again, we were there very graciously. The promoters brought us in, they invited us, and they gave us full access. Often these conventions will give us press access, extra access that we don't get, that the public may not get. But even sometimes there are limitations. Often there are limitations, even for us. Um, Flashback, there were no limitations. There was nothing. It was just like, document all of it. And that included the VIP party. So we actually had our cameras and we were shooting inside the VIP party where it was, the VIP ticket holders mingling with all of these Halloween franchise icons. It was an amazing night. We got so many amazing candid photos, and I'm talking generations of the franchise mingling. Um, anyway, I'll talk more about some of the other photos in a minute, but check this out. So I saw these three gentlemen having a conversation, and I'm taking pictures, and they're cool enough to be letting us take pictures of them. And I recognized that this was an opportunity that I could not waste. So I handed my camera to my wife, Sue. I said, grab a shot of me with these gentlemen if you wouldn't mind. I asked them if they wouldn't mind. They said, come on. And there you can see. That's not Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen. That is me standing there with the great Nick Castle, the great Tommy Lee Wallace sitting next to him, and standing there next to me, that is the legendary cinematographer, Dean Cundy. Yeah, to say this was a monumental night, yeah, that's putting it mildly. Yeah, these guys were so cool. Um, Again, Tommy was gracious enough to sit with me and go on record and give me an interview that weekend right there at the convention, which was amazingly nice and kind of him. And we met Nick and Dean there. Years later, I would interview Nick at another favorite convention of ours, Mad Monster Party, in 2018. And then later that same year in 2018, actually, that interview with Nick was the very first interview that anybody did with Nick Castle after filming of Halloween 2018 Wrapped. Just got to brag on myself there just a tiny bit so y'all know who you're watching here on Mike Myers Monday. That's right, it was your boy here. We talked to Nick Castle before anybody else did after 18 wrapped. It was like literally like days after it wrapped. And we talked to him about being on set. We also were the first ones to publish an interview with James Jude Courtney, our new Michael Myers, after Halloween 2018 wrapped as well. Just want to remind everybody that. Anyway, enough patting myself on the back for that. Uh, anyway, back to this photo. Yeah, little did I know that in 2018, I would interview Nick Castle at Mad Monster Party right after they wrapped Halloween 2018. this photo is being taken in 2015. No clue on any of these men's minds or my own that there's even going to be a Halloween 2018 at this point. Little did we all know. And then later that same year in 2018, I was lucky enough to interview Mr. Dean Cundy as well. And that interview took place at the 40 Years of Terror convention itself. So just an amazing moment for me, for us here at HDN. And I don't know, I might get sentimental and share some of these other flashback moments here in the coming weeks, because as I've said, this is our 10th anniversary year. We launched HDN in September of 2012, you guys. 2012, 10 years ago, a decade we've been doing this shit. And yeah, so this got me thinking that yeah, we're gonna have to pull out and kind of showcase some of our archives, that some of which has been seen, but then there's other stuff that's never been seen. And I'm not going to do this tonight, but maybe next week, because as I pulled out that photo from Flashback Weekend, it reminded me of all the other great photos we have just from that one convention. We've got so many from so many other events, but just from that one night, that VIP party, the candids that we got with Nancy Loomis mingling with Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris hanging out, and with William Forsythe, and just unbelievable events like this. Some of these photos, many of them, like I said, are public. They are out there. You could go to HalloweenDailyNews.com. This link I didn't put down in the description, but you can go to HalloweenDailyNews.com and search for Flashback Weekend and see our general gallery and see most of these right now. But there are some that have never been seen anywhere before. Some that have never been published. They've never, anybody other than myself and my wife, when we shot them on the day now 7 years ago, some of them have never been seen. So I'm going to be bringing some of those out and sharing some of those here, maybe next week, maybe in the coming weeks, but definitely here in the next coming weeks, here during some of these live streams for you guys. Some exclusive stuff, some of these images like this that you can't really see anywhere else, and we were standing right there to see these moments happening. And that was just one just really special night that, like, everybody's guards were down, I guess you could say. It was just not like nobody was weird about anything. Sometimes people get weird about stuff, but everybody was just cool and happy, and we got some really interesting photos that I think you guys, especially the fans of this franchise, the regular viewers of Triple M, are definitely going to appreciate more than anybody else. So I'm going to be bringing some of those out from time to time, and some of our other fun stuff from our archives over the next few weeks and months, just to kind of look back on the last decade of HDN. I mean, a decade of Halloween Daily. And I'm also cooking up something else that we're going to be doing to celebrate our 10th anniversary. Now, our actual 10th anniversary from launch date is this September. So we're going to really do it up then. But I'll be announcing this, not tonight, but coming up. But I'll be announcing details. But it's going to involve you guys, and you guys can do a little something for us. And it won't cost you any money. Don't worry. It won't even cost you more than like 10 seconds of your time. But you can do a little something for us, and it will help all of us celebrate Halloween Daily News. 10 years of Halloween Daily. But again, that's for another conversation, another night. But that Flashback Weekend was epic. Again, shout out to Mike and Mia. They do a great con every year. One of our favorites. I'll definitely look forward to getting back there at some point. If you were there in 2015, let us know, because you were in the room with us and you remember some of those events. Again, you can see more from that at HalloweenDailyNews.com anytime. Just search for Flashback Weekend. When I get done here, I will put a link to that gallery down below. But some of the stuff I'm talking about sharing with you guys has never even been published on our own galleries or even on our own social media. I mean, I was just looking at a few of the shots today and remembering that, oh yeah, nobody's ever seen this stuff. Stuff like Nick and Tommy interacting and joking around and hanging out with Scout and Christina, from the remake, the 07 and the 78s together. Stuff like that you just can't see. Candids of Nick and Will just hanging out. Tom Atkins, with a beer in his hand, just chilling, and just priceless stuff that you guys, the Triple M audience, more than anybody, are going to appreciate. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys here over the coming weeks. Ah, yes, JL. I love seeing those Myers emojis. Look at that. See, that's what you get with membership, guys. That's one of the perks. You can put those awesome Myers emojis like JL is doing in the live chat right there. Let's see. Someone says, once this trilogy is wrapped up, what would you think of a new film that follows 78 Halloween, all flashback, maybe the cops' perspective or a new group of characters? You mean like picking up after 78 and just following the rest of that week or whatever, or going to Halloween 79? I mean, again, I'd be open for whatever, but for now, I'm going to default to is my answer I gave a few weeks ago. I'm kind of going to default on this when you guys ask about what I want after ends. With all due respect, I'm just not going to worry about after ends right now until we get after ends. I mean, yeah, my short answer is sure, maybe a flashback could work. I mean, but I'm just going to enjoy these weeks and months of the anticipation and the marketing and all this of Halloween ends, and we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about what comes after. I mean, whether it's going to be a flashback, a movie all set in 78 or something. I mean, anything would be possible. Anything is possible with this franchise. Above all other franchises, this one, the Halloween franchise, has proven that anything is possible. So that could definitely happen. Directly after 78, yeah. Okay, same night. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. So continue through the cop's perspective that night and everything. Even like processing Michael or something like that. Yeah, I mean, again, I could get on board with whatever. With the right creative team, anything's possible. But again, I'm my kind of stock answer for the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to probably go back to this more and more as it gets closer, is I'm not going to worry about so much what happens after ends until the day after it ends, and then we'll have lots of time to talk about and speculate and think about what comes next. But sure, I mean that could be interesting. Probably wouldn't be my first choice of what to do. I don't know what my first choice would be, but I don't know. Probably wouldn't be my first choice. Patrick Ring. All right. Welcome to the Halloween Daily Club, sir. Glad to have you. Yes, you are in the right place for sure. Absolutely. Patrick is another collector like myself. He's got you've got a collector's podcast, and he's got a great Instagram page that we've shared some stuff on. So check out Patrick's stuff. He is a collector. He's got a collectors group on Facebook, and I think it's the Michael Myers Collectors Group. I hope I'm getting that right. Patrick, feel free to correct me in the live chat if I'm saying it wrong. But thank you so much for joining the Halloween Daily Club, sir. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Picked a good day to do it. Larry agrees. Let's just enjoy this moment, because who would have thought H18 would be 4 years old already? Yeah, I mean, again, I am all for the future and all that, but I'm just trying to, the older I get, and this applies to not just Halloween, but we're talking about Halloween, but applies to life in general. But the older I get, the more I try to just enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy it. So I'm really just trying to make an effort when it comes to this movie, just to enjoy them. Every bit of this waiting and this anticipation, because it's going to be here before we know it. It really is, guys. And then we're going to be like, when are they going to announce a new movie? Like, you think waiting for this trailer is excruciating? Try waiting for the announcement of Halloween 2018 all the way from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 back in 2009. And it's not like we didn't get other announcements. There were other announcements. There was a Halloween 3 announced once upon a time. There was a Halloween Returns announced once upon a time. And there were all these kind of false starts. But, man, that was a long wait. And I don't think it'll be that long wait again. I don't know if we'll ever have to wait quite that long again. But I also don't think it's going to be like these last two movies where it was back to back. You know, last October we were in theaters watching HK. This October we're going to be back in theaters watching HNs. It really doesn't get much better than that. You can't ask for much better than that. So yeah, and obviously, you know, hoping for the best. Bought my ticket metaphorically and literally for the sequel, and ready to close out this David Gordon Green Book of Michael Myers, as I like to call it. This is his final chapter of his Book of Michael Myers. I've been watching some Book of Boba Fett, so, you know. Also, a couple episodes in there shot by the great Dean Cundy, by the way, keeping it all tied in there. Awesome, awesome. Yes, thank you again, Patrick. Yeah, and again, just if anybody's interested, you click the join button down there. It's just $5 a month. I mean, you don't have to commit to it. There's no contracts or anything. You can quit after 1 month if you don't think it's worth it. But, you know, it's just $5 a month. You're going to get some videos early. You're going to get access to these cool emojis and badges that you see Jo and Patrick have. And there's a few other perks that we got in there. Eventually, when we get a few more members, we'll do some live chats and some members-only events, members-only live streams and stuff like that. And some exclusive polls, you know, all that good stuff. But basically, it's really just a chance for if any of you guys just want to lend us a helping hand and be a part of the club. Even more, is it weird to say intimately? A little closer, you know, a little tighter. You know, you're part of the club now. You know, you're already part of the community. You're part of the channel. You're part of the family. But you know, now just a little something added, a little bonus is all. And it certainly doesn't change anything that we do here for non-members already. That's going to all continue, and if anything, increase as news about this film, this franchise increases. Speaking of which, I do have one more news item to talk about tonight. Andromeda said, "This is the year of Michael Myers." Hell yes, it is. Damn right. All right. I did put a link to this in the description of this video. And some of you guys, I hope you saw my roundup of Funkoween 2022 product release highlights. Last week was Funko's third annual Funkoween, where they celebrated the halfway to Halloween mark by revealing a lot of Halloween-themed and otherwise horror-friendly product releases coming between now and October 31st. And there was a lot of cool stuff. There's a couple new Sam Pop figures. And for those of you that love Hocus Pocus, there was some new Sanderson Sisters Spirit Halloween exclusive Funko Pops. Lots of pops and other products and all kinds of cool stuff. But we did get a new Myers reveal. And I kind of had a feeling we were going to get one. It was Funkoween after all. So check him out. This is officially licensed from John Carpenter's Halloween 1978. It is a Michael Myers Blacklight pop vinyl figure. available exclusively from Entertainment Earth. You can find an affiliate link to order it for $13.99 right now in the description of this video. And as you can see, it is a Blacklight color scheme painted version of the original Michael Myers pop released about a decade ago. It looks to be the same body pose and the same head sculpt as that very first wave, that very first Michael Myers Funko Pop figure released in the very first wave of horror Funko Pops. And we've got Patrick in the live chat, so I'm sure he can correct me if I'm mistaken. But yeah, I believe this is basically a repaint of that initially released figure, which was the only Myers Pop we had for the longest time. You know, we had... hang on, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that very first Myers Pop, which was released in that very first wave that Funko released of horror-themed Funko Pops, that was the only one we had for many, many years. While there were many other Freddys and Jasons and Pennywises and Chucky's released over the years, there was only that one Myers, and it got harder and harder to find. And until 2018, when they released not a Halloween 2018 Myers, but it was a re-release of that original figure, only this time it was a blood splattered edition. And I believe that was an FYE exclusive, if I remember correctly. And it wasn't really... it wasn't until we got the Halloween H2O pop figure that we actually got a different body pose and a slightly different head sculpt on there. And then last year, 2021, Funko really dropped a bunch of Myers figures and finally gave us a new sculpt based on the 78 film, followed by a second new sculpt based on the 78 film with the head tilt that comes with that awesome Myers house. And that set, of course, released late last year in 2021. And so now you add all of them together, and now we have this new Entertainment Earth exclusive Blacklight Michael Myers pop vinyl figure. Let me know if you are ordering him, or if you already have. You know I'm getting him. And you know I'm going to be doing a show and tell with him here on Michael Myers Monday Live when he arrives. He is scheduled to ship this September. And like I said, as you can see there, retailing for $13.99. Yes, Patrick confirmed it's the original sculpt. It will look great next to the glow-in-the-dark Chase variant. Yes. Yes, that Chase variant. Now, that is one that I don't own, is the Chase variant of that original, that glow-in-the-dark. That one is kind of, well, you tell us, Patrick, how hard it is to come by. I don't see those everywhere. I don't even see the original first one released everywhere, but that Chase one is kind of hard to come by. But I do own most of the pops, the general releases. There's a couple variants that I don't own yet. I was happy to get that jumbo pop last year. They did the jumbo, which again, oddly licensed from '78, but basically just a jumbo version of the H2O figure, kind of identical, just larger. Um, Not a huge problem, but if you remember, and Patrick will know what I'm talking about, but that original, and I don't have my pops down here right now, but you can look at my other videos of the most recently 2021 released pop figures, and at the end I kind of do a showcase of all of the other ones that I own, and you can kind of see the difference in the eyes, because that's the main difference, is those H2O figures, they kind of made them, you can see the flesh of the eyes behind it, as opposed to that original figure is kind of just not flesh and not all black, but kind of just you could tell he's wearing a mask, but it was still just the blackest eyes, not the H2O eyes where you can kind of see the human eyes behind it, which I thought made sense when it was the H2O figure, until that H2O figure sculptor was used in a '78 license. In any case, and that's not even touching the fact that, of course, as we talked about previously on here, the Myers house is, in fact, the Myers house, North Carolina. That address on Funko's Myers house is definitely the Myers house, North Carolina's address, not the real Myers house, not the address Lambkin Lane, and not the real address Meridian either. So, but again, when it comes to certain collectibles like this, I mean, I love all the Myers collectibles. I like to own everything. Patrick's got an unbelievable, almost untouchable collection. Mine's nothing quite to that, but I do have, pretty much all of the pops, almost all, not all the variants, but all the general releases. And, I've got a lot of the action figures, and one day I'll do a little tour of my stuff. I've shown off some of it here. But these pops, I am a sucker for them. I am when it comes to Myers, and part of it is that I guess I should be thankful. I bitch about the fact that, why does Jason and Pennywise, why did we get 50 different Pennywise pops and only 5 different Michael poses? Really, that's all. But in a way, it's a little bit better that there's not as much Michael stuff, because then it is slightly more attainable to own it all, or at least all of a certain piece of it, like the Funkos, which is kind of the Funkos. Those 3 1/4 inch ones I love, and lately I've been trying to get NECA's Ultimate line. I mean, they got so many amazing lines now, and I do own some of the clothed ones and some of the not and all, but it's that Ultimate line I'm really kind of latching onto here in recent years. And the affordability of it all helps too, because I'm not loaded here. You hear me knocking, Sideshow? Anyway, Rob says he's getting it. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Patrick says, Matt, you gave us something to look forward to on Monday. Happy to support the cause. Awesome, man. I love that. That is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, that Chase variant of that original Myers, that glow in the dark, very tough to find, very pricey when you find it. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I'm always looking at like the conventions we're at, because that's probably the best bet probably to find it, in my experience, and I'm always looking for that one. Just got my eye out, but um, when if I have found it in years past, it's been out of my price range. But I have not seen one in a long time. Um, all right, so that's the news for this week. Before we get out of here, though, let's do some shout outs, shall we? Now, you guys know what's up with the shout outs. Every week, I like to end these shows just picking a few random Michael Myers Monday posts, tweets. Um, we started this hashtag back in 2013. I say this every week. I know most of you guys know this, but we get new people joining us all the time, discovering us still, which is awesome, and I welcome if you're one of them. And sorry if this is old info for you, but we started this hashtag back in 2013 just as a way to celebrate our favorite fictional serial killer, and also as a way to kind of make Mondays suck a little less and be a little more killer. And as I say every week, it has taken on a life of its own over the years. It has really just people have made Michael Myers Monday what works for them. Some people take it as Monday is like Michael, creeping up and ruining your weekend. Other people take it as more motivation. Like, I'm going to be like Michael and attack Monday and attack the week the way Michael attacks. And it certainly works for both of those messages. And for some people, it's not about any of that. It's just a way to a time to celebrate and show off maybe your cosplay, or maybe some of your favorite images, or maybe a GIF or a meme you've created. So much good stuff out there every week. So this is a small sampling, small little taste, little bite-sized snack of Michael Myers Monday tweets and posts from this week. And I always urge you guys to use the hashtag and feel free to tag us. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on the book, we're on TikTok. I'm trying to do a little more ticking. Y'all let me know if you hear me ticking and talking out there. We're on Snapchat. We're you name it. We're on all them things. We're on all them things. YouTube might be the coolest, gotta say, but we are on all them other things as well. So you can find us over there, and every week you should use the Michael Myers Monday hashtag, and you should definitely tag us when you do, and then I will personally see that tag. I will retweet you. I will repost you, and you never know, might give you a shout out during Michael Myers Monday live. All right, shout outs. I figured, again, try to keep things thematically in line here, if you know what I mean. Talking about the Linda figures at the top of the show, bringing it back to Linda at the end of the show. This is from Totally Linda V, and if you don't know, this is part of the Halloween verse on Twitter. They are awesome. They are hilarious. Every character, both your well-known favorite characters from the franchise and all of the little-known, almost forgotten characters from the franchise. Every single one is represented somewhere on Twitter with a parody account. They are hilarious. They are awesome. Check them out. Follow them. Today, Linda says, waking up in the summer knowing there's no school is totally one of the best feelings in the world, right after sex and being intoxicated. Hashtag Michael Myers Monday. Also here from Twitter, this is from our friend Jake at Jake Blaster Productions, at Jake Blaster Pro 1 on Twitter. And Jake is very often a viewer here and a participant in our live chat. He says, happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Don't forget this Wednesday night over on Nick Push's YouTube channel, Road to Ends Trivia continues with Halloween 3. Again, keeping the themes running and the segues relevant here. Halloween 3 this week. And this Road to Halloween Ends is really cool. Jake did this last year for Halloween Kills. They're basically watching every film in the franchise every week until they get to Ends. So this week it is, as you can see, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, fittingly enough, as we were talking about it earlier today in the great time of Lee Wallace. And so check that out, and you never know, you might even see me pop up in one of those Road to Ends events. One more from Twitter for tonight. This one's coming from Werewolf84. waiting for ends. And here you can see Werewolf is rocking the Nick Castle challenge. Doing it Nick's way. There we go. Now that is, of course, Nick doing his own version of the Nick Castle challenge. This is when he recreated some of those scenes from the set of the 1978 film in 2018 when they were on set there. And here, Werewolf 84 recreating it himself. Love this. All right, moving over to Instagram now from young Michael Myers himself in Rob Zombie's 07 remake, Dave Farrick. He posted this today. Always posted on Michael Myers Monday. Shout out to Dave. Love that. Check out his music, especially if you're into rap and hip hop. He says, calling all artists out today. Goblin mode this Michael Myers Monday. Be cool and get a feature from me, the only heart icon in the rap game. And he's not 100% wrong. Although, I just thought of maybe the raddest, dopest rap collab a Halloween fan could ever dream of. A Halloween franchise fan could ever dream of. How about Dave Farrick featuring on a new track by another Halloween franchise alum and rap legend, Busta Rhymes. With a surprise cameo by yet another Halloween franchise rap legend, pioneer, LL Cool J. Boom. That's gold right there, y'all. That is gold. Another one from Instagram today. This is from Black Dahlia. She says, Happy Monday, creeps. Rocking her Michael Myers Halloween t-shirt with a Halloween opening credits jack-o'-lantern and a Halloween 2018 animatronic lurking behind her there. Another one from Instagram today. The Shape Kills bright and early. Before I was even out of bed today, the Shape Kills was on IG tagging me in their Michael Myers Monday posts celebrating Halloween Kills with this badass, bloody, fluorescent light, fixture, lamp, weapon. Couple more from the Shape Kills. Awesome job on the cosplay. And again, thanks for tagging us. Kicking off my Michael Myers Monday as I rolled out of bed today with the Shape Kills today. Love it. Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right, one more from Instagram today. This is from Horror of Haddonfield. I like this because this is a great photo. The mask looks stellar. The pose is great, and I especially like that orange tint on the blade right there. It's kind of the only bit of light outside of just the white, black, and dark blue. You got that bright orange there on the blade. Really dig that from a photography standpoint. All right. Again, use the hashtag on Michael Myers Monday. Feel free to tag us on Michael Myers Monday. And look for us to repost your stuff, retweet your stuff, and you never know, maybe get a shout out during the live stream every week. All right, I'm going to check in one more time over here on the live chat before I get out of here tonight, guys. This has been a blast. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, huge thanks to the super chats, guys. Huge thanks to Patrick Ring, joining the Halloween Daily Club. JL and our other members, they're going to be happy to welcome you. And just reading some of these comments. Phil says that you see anything you like. Classic quote from PJ. Larry says, great show. Thank you so much, sir. I'm much appreciated. JL's asking for a shout out on his Myers mask post. I'll tell you what, I'll get that mask up here next week. I don't have it queued up this week. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have my, I was going to see if I could find it real quick. Yeah, JL, I can't get to it right now, but I will share that. We'll take a look at that during next week's shout outs, sir. Larry says he creeps, he kills, he goes home. Yes, good. Yeah, JL, sorry about that. I will get, yes, I'll share your mask next week, and we'll take a look at that and share that with everybody. All right. Patrick says, excellent shows. Always makes Mondays bearable. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's what it's all about, and that really means everything. And it really does mean everything that you guys are here. More than you guys know. I mean, really, it's been a bit of a day here at the homestead. But you guys, this is just a fun release for me and a fun, good time. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got a little something out of it. At least we're able to just kick back and enjoy it, or maybe just have something to fall asleep to peacefully if that's what you're doing. And in which case, that's fine, as long as you tuned in and the views are counting. That's all that matters. It's not all that matters, but it's some of what matters. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss any of our ongoing coverage of Halloween Ends and all things Michael Myers and new 2022 merch coming our way and mask news and everything else happening. Again, the trailer's coming. Images are coming. It's all going to be happening very soon. And that's just a tiny bit of what we're doing here on the HDN channel. So much more happening. And be sure to chime in. Even if you missed the live stream, let me hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I always look forward to reading the comments. I respond to all of the comments. If you're asking a question in the comments, I will respond to you and do my best to address and answer. And if I can't answer, I'll let you know that I can't answer it. So I would love to hear from you on anything we've talked about here. All of which you can find out more about anytime, of course, at HalloweenDailyNews.com. That's our main website. That's our main hub. Pretty much all news stuff goes there first. But you might have noticed the channel gets some channel exclusives sometimes. Some video exclusives some stuff that doesn't even go on the main website every now and then. And one of those is Michael Myers Monday Live. These live streams that we've been doing for coming up on 2 years now. We've been doing these almost every single Monday night. Crazy, guys. Crazy. Crazy that we've even been doing this for 2 years. It's crazy. 2 years? Where did that go? It'll be 2 years in August. Nuts. And there'll be 10 years of this whole HDN thing in September. Insane. Anyway, you guys are here for it. You're going to help us celebrate it. You're part of it. You're part of the HDN family. Shout out to the HDN Club because you are really part of it. But you're all part of the HDN family if you're here. So again, I couldn't thank you enough, and I hope you had fun. And be sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any other live streams. There will be other live streams, and it won't always be Mondays, and it won't even always be at 10:31 p.m. For example, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a new Terrifier trailer any day now. Maybe tomorrow on Terrifier Tuesday. When that happens, we're going to go live and we're going to break down that trailer. And I want you guys there with me that evening. But you're going to need to be subscribed and have your notifications on and be paying attention so you don't miss, the announcement of what time when we're doing that and all that good stuff. But that's just one of the events that we're going to go live for. There'll be lots of other stuff like that when it happens. Obviously, the HN's trailer whenever that happens. So that's just the type of stuff that you're not going to want to miss out on. I don't want you guys to miss out on because I enjoy being here and you guys helping me with these. You guys can see things that I can't see sometimes, or you can look further into it than I can in the moment every now and then. And that's awesome. That's what this is about. That's why I started doing these live chats and coming on camera and doing these lives. Was maybe we can connect with our audience in a way that we haven't quite connected on all the other social medias. I mean, I feel like they all have different ways of connecting in different ways, but this is so immediate. This is so different. This is definitely a unique thing for me and for what we do here at HDN, these lives, and of all the lives, of course, the Monday nights is our thing. Let me know though. All that being said, in the comments, think about this. Don't comment right away because we're about to turn off, but think about it and come back. Maybe one of these Mondays we might do something earlier than 10:31. I know it's crazy. I always said we'd probably stay late night, and we probably will. But there might come a time where it makes sense to do something a little bit earlier in the evening. Some of these other live streams on other days, they probably will be earlier. Some of them might still be a late night thing like this. But just throwing it out there, and I want to get some feedback, some honest feedback from you guys. As I've said before, the 10:31 thing kind of started just because it looked cool and sounded cool, and but then it kind of became home, and now it kind of is, and it's where I'm comfortable, and I feel like we are kind of a late night thing, and that's the way it should be. But that said, special occasions, big events, big news weeks might call for something a little different. But before making any decisions about that or going too far in any direction on that, I want to hear from you guys, the regular viewers, the people that are here every week already, our regular viewers, because you guys have been here when nobody else was, and I'm thankful that every week now we're picking up just a few more, some more new blood every week, more new blood, and we get stronger, and the legion grows, and that's the way it should be, and that's the way we hope to continue. So. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Did I get to that eventually? I think I did. All right, guys. Rob says thanks. It's awesome as always. Thank you, sir. Steven says Michael versus Terminator. Michael all day, all day. JL says such a great show you put on. Appreciate the shout out for next Tuesday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, this is great. This is great. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Again, thank you for being here. As always, let me hear your comments. Even if it's after the live, I definitely want to hear from you. I love addressing the viewer comments, and we'll do some more viewer mail too when we get some good subjects. If you got something you want us to, like a specific thing you want us to try to address on a future Monday, you can put that in there. And again, I can't make promises, but I'll definitely address it in the comments. But you never know. If it's a weekend, we have some time and it works out, I can do that. All right, it's been 2 fucking hours, guys. How does this happen every time? I told myself we were going to be done before midnight. You know why? Because I got my advanced screeners for Stranger Things 4 today, guys. It came this afternoon. I know, all the other outlets, they got theirs last week. They already dropped their reviews today. But we, HDN, we're the underdogs. We're the, We kind of fall through the cracks all the time. It tends to happen around here. It's normal, you know. But I got my advanced screeners for Stranger Things 4, so I got to get out of here because I'm about to jump in to the first episode of the new season. Can't say anything other than that. But actually, I can. The embargo is lifted. You're already seeing reviews out there. I can say about it. So keep watching on Twitter for my reactions as I dive into Stranger Things Season 4. Probably not going to get real far tonight, but I can't wait to dive into it a little bit. All right. It's 12:31. Happy Terrifier Tuesday. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. And happy Michael Myers Monday.